When did Thomás first come on your guys' radar, and how did he come on your radar?
About 2.5, 3 years ago, we were working with some agents who had eventually brought him to Siena in Italy. And so we started following him. He was a young player at 18 years old to break into Flamengo, one of the biggest clubs in South America. Huge potential. And things, had been a little bit of a struggle for him, so we found the opportunity. We tried to get him once or twice, and we were able to pull it off this time.
What was it about him that attracted you guys to him?
Yeah, his technique, his first touch is excellent. He's very quick. He can create things in the offensive third. He can set up other players, and when he gets his chances, he's a good finisher himself.
What kind of has caused that struggle, and what do y'all see to make you think it'll end here?
I mean, part of it is the situation. Flamengo owns his pass. Working with Flamengo, the sporting director who's there now is very easy to work with. He understands maybe it's time to help Thomás a little bit. So it's been a really good transition for him. And it's a new league. Sometimes a player needs a new situation, and he's been excited to come to America, and I think he's going to settle in well.
Sometimes when fans hear Brazilian, I mean, obviously that's quite a brand name in the sport. But as a guy doing the signing and the scouting, is there any relevance to a Brazilian background?
Well, I think when you look around the world, the top leagues in the world have Brazilian players. So I think maybe it's a little bit of a sign for our league that we're coming into being able to bring some top players here, some young, talented players, and we're happy here in Seattle because we haven't had very many Brazilians here. I think he's the second and third, him and Sergio. So we're excited to add him.
How do you see him fitting in with the squad?
Yeah, I think he can play anywhere in the midfield. I think his strengths are probably coming out of wide midfield. So he'll be in competition with the other guys who have been in good form this year. So I think he's willing to compete and work for playing time. And I think in moments he'll be dangerous going at players one-on-one. So it's important for us to keep the ball, and when he's on the ball, he can make things happen.
Do you see him integrating in with the first team right away, or is this something that'll kind of transition into S2 and then going back and forth?
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of an adjustment for him as players from foreign countries. It takes some time to get used to the league and the pace, the physicality of the league. He needs to get some more fitness, but I think he'll have a chance to try and break in and fight for a spot on the first team.
Chris, can you talk about the Champions League draw last night?
Yeah, I mean, interesting draw. We, the only MLS team to get another MLS team in our group. So that's going to be a challenge. Vancouver's had a good year, and we always have tough games with them. And then going back to Honduras, I think 2011 maybe we played Medellin, but that was San Pedro Sula, which is a different venue, and Tegucigalpa is a tough place to play, and the crowds there are pretty intense. So it'll be a big challenge for us in the first round.
You've flown in there?
I have, yeah. We had a couple national team games there, so it's a little scary coming in through the mountains and trying to land on that runway.